Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Llama and today I am bringing you the final Primal guide, the Primal Life guide. So, the Primal Life guide has been left to last because it's personally my least favourite to farm and also the one that I have the least potential gold making ideas for. That being said, there are a few things that you can do with Primal Life and I'm not going to go over them as I normally would in this video because I am bringing out a video shortly that is going to discuss what you should do to make the most gold out of all of your primals in terms of what you should do on any given realm to optimize the amount of gold you get from the primals after you have farmed them. So this video is going to focus pretty much just on how to farm your primals, and there are two main ways of doing that. The first one that you can see me here doing is in Zangarmarsh, where you head to the bog area in the northeast of Zangarmarsh and you kill these withered giants and withered bog lords, I believe they're called. These guys drop motes of life and they also can be herbalized, giving you any one of the outland herbs and also motes of life again. So you can get motes of life from a drop from these mobs and then again when you herbalize their corpses. The herbs themselves that you get tend to not be very valuable, but that could obviously be server dependent and you might find that they are worth quite a lot on your server, which adds extra gold to this farm. But the only real benefit that you're going to get on top of your motes of life that is universal across most realms is the fact that these guys drop unidentified plant parts. Now these can be sold and they do turn quite a nice profit margin on most realms, but the real benefit to them is that it helps you to gain reputation with the Sporagar, which is quite a challenging reputation to get otherwise. There is no limit on how many of these you can turn in, so in principle you can get all the way up to Exalted by doing this farm, getting your primals, and knock a reputation out as well at the same time. Now method number 2 takes place in the Underbog dungeon. So for this one, unlike the last one where you can do it without herbalism but it's simply made more efficient with it, this one requires herbalism. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be running the opening part of this dungeon, gathering up all of the mobs, killing them, and herbalizing their corpses for the motes. Now, there are a few ways to optimize the gold from this. If you are a skinner, I do believe you can skin these bats that you can't herbalize the corpses of, but I'm not sure how much it's going to return. I don't imagine it's a great deal. I was unfortunately not doing this on a skinner at the time because my herbalist character is a miner. I tend to find that combination works a little bit better for most farms. But what you really want to do is make sure that you aren't killing mobs that you don't need to be. So I discovered, and I'm going to show you here, by running the whole dungeon, that this farm really doesn't require you run the whole dungeon. I did it here for testing purposes and I'll show you the entire run so that you can understand where I'm coming from. But I discovered that the best way of doing this is to get all of these mobs that you can see up to and including the first boss, herbalizing their corpses, and then you want to turn around, run out and reset the dungeon. There are a couple of mobs that you can herbalize the corpses of for the rest of the run, but I don't believe it's worth it in terms of the time that it takes. Now throughout the dungeon, however, you can find Sanguine Hibiscus, which is going to get you quite a bit of return for gold as well. You can sell that. It is used for a reputation hand-in as well as a quest while leveling to simply turn them in, so it is a little bit of easy experience for alts. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it for the sake of one quest worth of experience while leveling, but some people will, and as a result you can sell it for money. Now, the return here on motes of life is probably slightly lower than in the previous farm shown, but that being said, you are killing a lot of mobs, so there is the chance of BOEs, just like we had in the Marmotim's run in the Primal Shadow video, which makes this my preferable method of farming for Primal Life. So that's it for this video guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you're looking for ways of using your Primal Life to make extra gold, then please do consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss when I bring out the how to make gold with all of your primals video that I am working on. It's going to go into a bit more detail of how you can use any and all of the primals to optimize the amount of gold that you've made from doing these farms. I hope you enjoyed the video guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later!